Wednesday Waffle with a stuffy nose.
Yeah, I guess he was officially sick after I think 2 waffles
I'm actually quite sick right now. Well, quite, I don't know. What does quite sick qualify? I got kicked out by my AT, by my associate teacher at the end of the day. She said, go home.
Yeah.
Go home, you're sick.
Yeah.
She saw me all day, and progressively I got worse throughout the day.
But
end of week 1 of placement. This placement is really nice compared to last placement. I really like it. I'm really excited. I really like my AT. Not that last placement I didn't. It was just harder because of the culture. I think was just different, which is what I'm finding. Every school has a different culture, so that's really interesting. But I didn't take any videos this week. Actually, I took one video. I took one video at the school without any kids present in the video, I think, because I'm not allowed to do that. That's bad. Teachers can do it, though. Teachers can film their kids for some reason. Anyways, it was snowing. Kana will talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I could take over. Yes, so this week we got our first snow here in Christchurch, which doesn't happen very often at all. So
we're at sea level.
Yeah, we're at sea level. So even though we did go skiing again over this last weekend, we went to Mount Hutt.
Yeah, we did take a lot of videos.
Yeah. We went to Mount Hutt, which is only about an hour and a half away from us, hour and 45. So we got up super early last Sunday and headed to the mountain. And it was packed, but even though it was even busier than the Queenstown ski hill was, the queues lines were managed pretty well. And so it wasn't so bad, and it was a good day. We skied for 4 or 5 hours, including waiting in line for things, and I made the most of it, and it was really beautiful. There was one run in particular that went kind of along the ridge, so you were able to see some of the mountains surrounding too, and kind of look down into the rest of the ski area. So it was a really cool run, and I haven't really experienced anything quite like that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was very excited for skiing at Mount Hutt because I remember talking to people like my dad about skiing at that kind of place and just being able to see the ocean from where you're skiing, because that's how close the ocean is. And yeah, you could do that. You could see the whole coastline of the east coast of New Zealand, and just see out over everything in the mountains as well.
Which is a little bit trippy at the same time though, because it's like you're on this, you're in the cold, it's snowy of course, and then you look down and at sea level it's, you know, almost looks like summer in comparison down there. So it's very green and everything. So you'll see that in some of the videos, but it was really beautiful and overall good experience. We've got 2 more days left of my pass, so we'll be hopefully skiing at least 2 more times during the season as we can fit it in and as our health allows. Hey, I'm going to be sick next week probably, so hopefully
Were you planning on it?
No, I'm just thinking that you might get
Or
me
just
sick.
karma?
Yeah.
Karma what?
Sure, yeah, karma.
Just our, well, not karma, but like
Our rotation.
our
Contagions.
luck.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, and then yeah, so the other things is that then it did snow here a little bit. The day that it snowed was like literally every type of precipitation that you can imagine. There was sleet, there was hail, there was rain, there was snow, all within the span of a few hours really. And then it ended up kind of getting pretty and later in the day. Not super pretty, but a little bit. So Owen and I both got some videos of the snow, and I guess the kids
were, as Levi would say, they were feral. They were feral for the snow, man. They just wanted to be outside in the snow. They didn't see it many times, and yeah, it was really distracting. This is on Tuesday. Luckily for writing, we were doing experiential writing, so my teacher was like, go out, play in the snow, and now write about it. Write about your experience.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's been fun seeing Owen enjoying his placement and being excited about that when he's coming home. He's carpooling with another person because if you missed in the last video, it's a 20-minute drive, about a 30-minute drive. So we're now playing musical chairs with the car, figuring out when I can use it for whatever I need it for, and then when he needs it too. So that's gonna be our lives for the next 8 weeks now, 7 weeks. So yeah, but let's see, what else did we get up to? Those were the big highlights.
Yeah, just on the skiing front, the last time we went skiing, of course, was in Queenstown, but I chose to snowboard this time at Mount Hutt. And the last time I went snowboarding was for my birthday-ish time in 2023, was it?
Maybe, yeah.
I think 2023. And in 2023, we went to Snoqualmie. And it was a bad year for skiing. It was like wet instead of it being snowy there. So the snow was just kind of like that kind of cold, wet, icy snow that you get. That's kind of like that wet, slippery, icy sleet snow. When we were there at Snoqualmie, tried to teach Griffin skiing. That was really fun in 2023. But also, we didn't do that many runs, but Kai crashed out and dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah, bad snow.
That was kind of fun. So I was very hesitant. Yeah, he had a good time. I was very hesitant in getting back on a board. And I don't think I had the greatest form because I think I messed up my left knee a little bit. I got really, really tired and I was kind of limping at the start of the week. But it was really fun, and I was actually able to snowboard a bit better than I anticipated, which was really nice. Still not good enough to film while going down the mountain.
Yeah, I was nervous to even do that.
Which I would have preferred for that one run that Kana described, because it was incredible. It is a really cool run. You look down the left and it goes all the way down the mountain to the point, like if you fall off the left side, you're kind of gonna die. But you see the plains under you, like farmland under you, just down there, and then down the right side is the rest of the mountain. It was really quite a cool run. We both agree that we missed trees, though.
Yeah, it was interesting.
There's
There
no
wasn't
trees on
any
the mountain.
trees on the mountain, so
It's
it
a
was
rocky mountain.
definitely a different feel than where I grew up skiing, which was Brundage in McCall, Idaho. Also, the lodges are not like cute lodges that you hang out in. They are, first of all, packed with people, so it's like crazy. So usually what we ended up doing for food, both in Queenstown and here, was bringing our own lunch, and there's like tables outside. And it honestly, because the New Zealand sun is so like warm when it is out, it was quite pleasant to sit out and eat lunch.
To be fair, we're not used to, I mean, where we grew up, they weren't as big as population centers as well for like the cute lodge thing. Like the cute lodge makes sense for a town. I grew up in 70,000 people, Missoula, Montana.
And McCall is like, you're going
like,
there for skiing, and it's a little bit more like hoity-toity of an experience, so it makes sense. But it was kind of funny because we had both gone into it like, oh, like fun, we'll just hang out at the lodge, we'll bring our books. So it's like, no, you're either skiing or you're sitting outside eating a quick bite and then you're back to skiing. But anyway, it was good, and we got to see a nice sunrise on the way, and yeah, everything worked out pretty well.
Guys, there's a pause button now. That's what we just did. That's why there's a cut there. I didn't edit that. That was just Kana hitting a new button. That button's never been there before on this iPhone.
Revolutionary.
That was pretty cool. I just had to blow my nose, so Kana was like, pause on the thing. Anyways, we're gonna go see Spider-Man maybe tomorrow. That's the plan currently. Hopefully I'll just sleep the rest of the day.
Yep.
And be good to go for that. But I'm pretty stoked for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about...
we also watched the Avatar movie this week.
We watched the Avatar movie, which I didn't actually even talk to with the boys on Wednesday. So this is what... It was a good movie. It wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't a bad movie either. Like, I'm not trying to say it was a bad movie. It was a good movie. It was well animated. The characters still are the characters of Avatar. But it was a predictable movie, and it wasn't a very well like plot developed movie. If that makes sense. Like, you could tell where everything was going and what the turns were gonna be and like what the tensions were gonna be. And there really wasn't that much tension, actually. There was like kind of a minor amount of political intrigue-ish, but they really honed past it. Like, the most interesting villains of the film were kind of just the sidekicks of the main villain, but the main villain didn't become a villain until halfway through the film. And the main villain as well.
Spoilers.
I know. The main villain, there were really good battle scenes that kind of happened off screen. Like, the tension of this movie, it just wasn't present. You're just there to have a good time. It's a good movie. You're there to have a good time. But there's no actual tension built in the movie. Because I think it's because you know where it goes, because Korra existed. They can't really create a real threat for what happens, since you know what happens already. You know where things go. You know what happens, kind of. I think they have books written with backstory about it, so there's not really a tension that they can build where anything actually feels of a legitimate threat. So,
but it's still worth the watch if you're somebody who liked Avatar: The Last Airbender.
It was very good. If that's what the animation and like that kind of stuff looks like for the next Avatar, I'll be pretty stoked. Yeah. The next Avatar looked kind of interesting, kind of weird, post-apocalyptic, interesting take. Seven Havens, you know. Paramount Plus. It's your new spokesperson. Yeah. Okay. I think that's... Kana's looking through Slack now, so it's time for us to go.
You've lost me.
Because Kana's now working, and Owen is just waffling, as a classic Owen waffle would go.
Love you all. Oh, one last plug is that my mom is currently touring with the Kaminka Collective, and she was in the New York Times. So congrats to my mom and my dad. That was big. They were both quoted in the New York Times, which is huge. And I'm just really proud of them for doing that. And today is also my dad's birthday, so he's spending his birthday touring around with the Kaminka Collective. And so,
ooh, good. That means if I send this out tomorrow.
Today is his birthday in the U.S.
Oh,
yeah, you
sorry,
missed
Bill.
it.
I'm a day late. Happy birthday, belated.
But you got a shout out on the waffle, so pretty cool.
We shout out, Bill.
But anyway, yeah.
We have a large following here.
Anyway, so if you have time, I'll send the link so Owen can put it in the waffle. So
Kiyomi gave me the link. I'll just send that.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the email.
Yay.
You've already seen it if you're watching this and made it all the way to the end. Kudos on your patience.
Yes. All right. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.